Well, I have to say it's been a while since I've been on. Uh, Lots of family dynamics and business dynamics, and just haven't been able to take the time to do these videos. Anyway, tonight I'd like to talk about the weed guard. This is the weed guard that I've been using on these EP flies for a long time now. It's constructed out of one of two different types of monofilament. One being hard mason. Uh, I use 16-pound hard mason. Don't use 20, it's too much. It ends up being a fish guard, and that's not what you want. Uh, the other option is to use Rio hard mono. Um, Rio brand is a great monofilament. Um, it ends up being 1/10,000th thicker if you use the 20-pound Rio hard mono than the Mason is. But tonight we're going to be using Mason. Anyway, the trick is getting these things lined up correctly. And I'm going to talk about one thing that you can do to help yourself there. But let's switch from a completed fly to one which still needs the weed guard on it. Same fly. This one's not done. Okay. I use Flymaster, the gold label, the 6/0 thread when I generally tie these, or a GSP thread. I like the thin nature of it. One of the most important things is that you leave yourself a little bit of room up here in front to put the weed guard in. If you mash it all the way up against the hook eye, it just is really very difficult. I pull myself off about a good length of this monofilament when I'm doing a weed guard. It just makes it a little easier to control. Now, if you notice, there's an arch from being on the spool. The trick is to get this arch lined up with this arch. And I do that by gripping this one, have it face you, and then bending this in half so that the other arch is, both of them are coming up this direction toward me. Then I use a pair of, these are chain nose pliers. Notice there is no knurling on these. You can pick these up. They use them for hobbies and jewelry making and that kind of thing. You're not going to find them at Ace Hardware, but you can find them online, and they're reasonably inexpensive. You come in and you pinch the monofilament down at the bottom. Give it a good pinch, flattens out the mono, and then I kind of help it a little bit. Now, flip this fly upside down. Bring the loop over the eye of the hook and leave yourself a little bit of room down below. And I'm going to put 5 wraps across. Okay. Then I pull up so it's up against the hook eye there, and I do kind of at a 45-degree angle. I'm capturing the monofilament on the bottom side as I'm going behind it on the top side. Okay. Now it's crossed over like that, so I'm going to get in and straighten it out a little bit. And it's in pretty good shape now. Now I'm going to put, again, 45-degree angle at this direction and put about 6 wraps in front. And I'm going to whip finish this real quick. Kind of give them a little straightening out. Now, before you cut this monofilament off, if you've got one that's, you know, cockeyed for whatever reason, for years I always at this step I always used brushable crazy glue, but that's all changed just recently. I'm using this Loon Flow UV epoxy. I like this stuff a lot. It's not as thick as the thin stuff, but this will wick right down into the thread really nicely. So what I'm going to do is give it a good generous amount, not too much, all over that area. Now, if for some reason your weed guards are not lined up correctly, you know, one of them is sticking off in the wrong direction, this is your opportunity to kind of help things out by grabbing this and lining it up with the hook and then hitting it with the light. I'm kind of freezing it. Give it a good That's my own tool, that UV light. You can look that one up on one of the other videos. Okay, and then come in here with the side cutters, give it a clip, and that should just touch the tip of the hook when you get your cut off. But you see, I've got nice, they're right where they're supposed to be. They're in line with the hook. Just a couple of extra tips to help you out in building your weed guards. Hopefully you'll see me again soon. Maybe not quite so long this next time. Thanks.